Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today we're heading to Michigan, where a self-identified sovereign citizen goes up against Judge Perkins, a judge who has already dealt with plenty of these arguments before. This isn't his first time hearing confusing or recycled legal claims, and it shows. To keep things moving, we're going to jump straight to the most important parts of the hearing. The first two appearances were filled with poor audio and technical problems that made them hard to follow. So with all that out of the way, let's get right into the part that really matters.
Bring them out then. Go back in there and bring them out.
I've prompted him out. Okay, let me try again.
All right. All right, Mr. Lynch, giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. It's I'm trying to understand. You want to contest these matters?
I had to go back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I had to go back in because I didn't get no prompt. I had to go back in to join in through 36 District Court website.
No. Well, listen. What we're saying is that we're trying to get you an offer, but it's my understanding after talking with your lawyer that that you don't want to accept anything. What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
The thing is, I don't know what court cases is being brought up, the recent ones or the one that I already have a trial for.
I think all of the cases that are on the docket, everything that's on the docket, that you already had all this stuff set for trial. And what we did probably, okay, I see.
I sent some paperwork in, but some of those cases I got kicked out of Zoom. I send in the pictures through that document website, and I don't know. And I send paperwork to the law department for a FOIA for the court cases.
Okay, what documents did you send in to the court?
It was the case where I had got kicked out of Zoom, and I sent in the pictures where I got kicked out of Zoom. I think that was the January of this year case, and they was like, if I sent in the pictures showing that I was kicked out of the room because I thought the case was dismissed, and I got kicked out.
Okay, so what do you have any documents that relates to your driver's license, insurance, or registration?
Like told to let me. You're going to one. I mean, him, the judge. I mean, the person that I talked to on the last court case said we don't have no problems with you, and I said I'm going through the process of doing my documents to take care of Dearborn because Dearborn the one that got him out. They didn't honor none of my paperwork.
So the Dearborn courts refused to accept your paperwork, and that really shouldn't come as a surprise. When documents are filled with unsupported claims and confusing legal language, courts aren't required to treat them as valid filings. Submitting paperwork like that doesn't strengthen your position, it actually weakens it. Courts expect clear, lawful arguments that follow established rules, not materials that miss the mark entirely. In situations like this, accuracy and clarity matter far more than confidence alone.
Motion is
we're not talking about we're talking about Detroit. Do you have any documents? Hold on, let me ask my question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask my question. Do you have any documents that suggest that you have valid insurance, valid registration, and a valid I can run your driver's license?
I don't have anything. I don't have anything because Dearborn the one that got me hemmed up. I can't even get no insurance when I no license.
Okay, so so what we're trying to do, every case that you have down here in Detroit, we call into the record. And we have two officers. The other cases are going to be dismissed, but we have two officers here that are here. And what we're trying to do is either make a resolution now, and we'll present you with an offer. And if you don't like the offer, you can just go to trial. Today is the date time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Today is the date and time set for trial. So, are you willing to entertain an offer to resolve the cases, or do you want a trial on all the cases?
I mean, which did you say some of them are gonna get dismissed? I only have two. I know the one that I recently got. Everything is for the same thing.
Yes. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let me break it down to you. it's two officers that are here. Corporal Bennett wrote you 1, 2, 3 tickets that are up to date, and Officer Dunn wrote you 1, 2, 3 tickets that are up to date. The other officers that wrote you tickets are not showing up, have not showed up, and we're just going to automatically dismiss those cases. So we can get you an offer on the 6 tickets that those 2 officers wrote you. Are you willing to entertain the offer for those 6 tickets?
Benny and Dunn, Benny is the recent case, so that one I want to go to trial. I think the one I'm in trial for now is Dunn, correct?
You're on trial for both of them. Dunn and Bennett are set for trial right now.
So nobody received my paperwork, my traveling paperwork?
What is the paperwork gonna tell us?
Basically, I don't need no driver license, et cetera, et cetera.
Well,
that's no proof of insurance, and my car was towed illegally those 2 times.
And that's exactly how it should be. I know this may sound obvious, but keeping a valid driver's license, proper registration, and insurance is far easier on both your finances and your personal freedom. Taking care of those basics prevents unnecessary legal trouble down the road. Ignoring them only increases the risk of fines, court appearances, and bigger consequences. In the long run, following the rules is far simpler than dealing with avoidable problems later.
And what does the paperwork say why you don't need a driver's license, why you don't need any insurance or anything like that?
I'll send the paperwork into the law department, and I wanted the FOIA for the body cam and dash cams. And I haven't heard anything from them.
All right, we can get you that. We can get you that. If there's some of that exists. Corporal Bennett, can you put your appearance record, Corporal Bennett? Hold on, Mr. Lynch.
Yes, Your Honor. Corporal Daryl Bennett, badge 4320, Detroit Police Department.
All right. So we need to get if there's any body cam or dash cam, we need to get that to Mr. Lynch.
He has to go through the law department to get that, Your Honor. If he's requesting it, he has to go through the law department.
Well, that's what he said he tried to do. He said he tried to clear. Let's see if we can get that now.
We can't get, Your Honor, our person that would do that is on vacation at this point. There's nobody in the office that can get that for him today.
Okay, now can I say something for the traffic ticket that was done? The other officer didn't put his name on.
Your Honor, can we just get an adjourn date when the people think they can have their video available?
Yeah, but I wanna just, what I'm trying to do is I don't want you to say anything as it relates to the traffic stops right now, because today is the date and time set for trial. But I'm gonna tell you this. You're suggesting, it sounds like you were suggesting that you don't have to have license or registration or insurance. Is that what you were saying?
I have documentation of that from the Supreme Court rulings, yes.
No, that's not correct. You're relying on the same Supreme Court citations that are often misused and repeatedly misunderstood. Those cases have nothing to do with the legal requirement to operate a vehicle on public roads. These arguments have been raised many times before, and they have never succeeded. Courts have consistently rejected them because they don't apply to the situation being argued. This case is no different, and there's no reason to believe the outcome will suddenly change now.
All right, well, you need to get me that documentation because...
Well, what's the email so I can send it to you?
I'm going to put it in the chat.
Okay, my phone not seeing none of that. Only thing I'm seeing on my cell phone now, if I was on my desktop, remember last time I had issues with my desktop, so I'm on the cell phone, and I don't see no chat or anything.
Well, you should be able to hit the button down there, and it should pop
up. Okay, let me see, can I see something? Because all I see a whole bunch of squares with everybody's face. And
you got to come out of that screen.
Huh?
You got to come out of that screen.
What screen I got to come out of?
the one you have to come out of the screen where everybody's face is.
Okay, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to get kicked out like I just did when I was in the breakout room.
You didn't get kicked out. We pulled you. All right.
I had to join back in through. I had to go back to 36th District Court website, get back in the Zoom room.
Okay. All right. Let's pass the matter, and we'll try to figure out how to help you with the technology. And in the meantime, we need to. Do you want an attorney appointed to you, sir?
I've been trying to get an attorney. Nobody will take my case. So how if the appointed attorney don't want to accept my paperwork, then I'm up the creek like in Dearborn. So that's why I'm trying to study how to write the court cases all the way to the Supreme Court. So I'm doing that right now.
All right. Well,
Dearborn is the reason why my license is suspended.
I really want to see what you're talking about, Supreme Court, because I've never seen a Supreme Court case. Wait a minute. Let me finish. I've never seen a Supreme Court case that says that you don't have to have a license or insurance or registration. Now I'll tell you this. I'll admit, I haven't seen all the Supreme Court cases, but I have never seen that. And I've seen a thousand people come in here saying that, well, not 1,000, but a whole lot. And I've never seen it work.
So when Mr. Bennett Officer Bennett pulled me over, he was like, no, I ain't. He said, I ain't going for that sovereignty stuff. I said, I don't know what that is. I'm talking Constitutional Supreme Court ruling, and they told my car.
All right. After several unsuccessful attempts, he finally managed to send his documents to the correct email address. That alone took far longer than it should have. Now that the paperwork is actually in the right place, the focus shifts back to the courtroom. Let's watch as Judge Perkins carefully reviews the situation and addresses the issues directly. This is where the case really starts to move forward.
Okay, after 36, what was it? I didn't get that part.
After 36 is districtcourt.org.
Okay, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna get it online and send it on my laptop.
I'm gonna be anxiously awaiting that. All right.
All right. I'm gonna send the law department thing too.
I'll be anxiously waiting all of that, and I'll pass the matter. It looks like Corporal Bennett is gonna be anxiously awaiting. It's gonna look like Officer Dunn is gonna be anxiously awaiting. Prosecutor Mason is gonna be anxiously awaiting, and I'm sure Ms. Soroki is going to be, and everybody else in the room. Because this could be some groundbreaking stuff right here.
Oh, okay. That actually explains quite a bit. You're saying you started formal legal education but didn't complete it, and then tried a different academic path that also didn't work out. After that, instead of continuing through recognized institutions, you chose an alternative route that isn't officially recognized by the courts. That choice may feel meaningful to you personally, but it doesn't carry legal weight in a courtroom. Judges rely on accredited education and established law, not informal titles or unrecognized credentials. And that gap between belief and reality is exactly where these arguments begin to fall apart.